This is an iPhone 13 mini, and this is a professional wedding filmmaker. And in this video, we learn how to shoot a dreamy cinematic wedding for just $1. Let's get started. Welcome, my friends, my family, and everybody else in between. Today is a special day because not only do we get to learn how to film a cinematic wedding with an iPhone 13 mini, but we will also be giving away $500 in filmmaking gear. So stick around to the end of the video to learn how you can enter in a chance to win $500 in filmmaking gear. Definitely a gimbal shot to walk through that.
Oh yeah.
Because I'd have to be doing something like something weird like that. So you just received notification. Congratulations, your services have just been booked. It's time to shoot a wedding with an iPhone. What do? The video production process consists of 3 stages. The first stage is where you have to decide whether or not this is going to be an amazing film that inspires people or not. Because the first stage of the process is planning, and this is the most time-intensive part of the entire video production process. This is where you get the chance to learn more about the bride and the groom. Do some research. What are they interested in? What kind of music do they like? What do they typically engage with on social media? Get a feel for the characters that are going to be the biggest part of your story. This is where you go to artlist.io, download and curate an entire soundtrack, an entire album for the bride and groom. Go ahead and send them the music, but take your headphones, pop them in, pull up the wedding venue online, listen to some music, and let that wedding venue website be your canvas where you daydream and imagine and get creative about all of the shots that you can capture on the wedding day. What I love about this app is that you can set focus and exposure in 2 different ways. Cool. I'm actually gonna look at one of these shots and see what I'm working with. So how do you actually prepare for a wedding? Let's make math simple by saying the bride requested a 2-minute wedding film from me shot on an iPhone. Well, a wedding film that's 2 minutes long is exactly 120 seconds. Out of that 120 seconds, how many shots will you have? If you take an average that each shot will end up being anywhere between 2 to 3 seconds, let's say 2 seconds per clip, then it's going to take you 60 shots in order to get a 120-second film. As you begin to build this shot list, keeping good storytelling in mind is significantly important. So now that you've built your shot list of 60 shots, it's time to test the gear. Moment of truth. What is it like when you buy a cheap gimbal? So just at the end, when I'm beginning to wrap up preparation for filming a wedding, oftentimes I will test all of the gear that I plan on using during the wedding day. And if you've never shot a wedding with an iPhone and an iPhone gimbal, Well, practicing will be in your best interest to help increase the chance of success and creating something that truly inspires people. So before the shoot, I spent 3 days testing out this circular polarizer, so now I can better understand the limitations of all the equipment that I will be using. And now I have confidence that I'm going to truly create something today that inspires people when they watch it. So stage 2 is production. This is where you get creative. If you're new to filmmaking, there are a few best practices that you can follow to make sure you maximize the type of quality that's coming out of your iPhone. You can click the link in the description to pick up my course. White balance is a setting that tells your camera the absolute most white point during different times of the day. Now, if you're outside, a good rule of thumb is to set your Kelvin to 52 or 5600 Kelvin. If you're inside, you're typically gonna set your white balance for 3200 Kelvin. Now, a good rule of thumb is to typically expose for your highlights in any situation so you can retain detail in your highlights. The next tip is composition. Now, another subject we cover more in the course is the rule of thirds, motivated movement, and how to frame a shot. When it comes to composition, the quick tip is follow the rule of thirds. Put your subject on the left or the right side of thirds. Their face will go on the left or right, and the horizon of your image will be on the top or the bottom. The final tip when it comes to creating a film is lighting. A good rule of thumb is to shoot on the shadowed side of your subject. You can see more depth and create more depth in your image when you shoot on the shadowed side of an image. So as of this moment, we've created a storyline by building the environment. Earlier this morning, we filmed at the beach. We've been able to compose our shots to help put people in the environment that this wedding will be taking place. Now, it's time to begin building our character stories.
Way more compassionate than anyone I've ever met. She will literally do anything for anyone. She's the kindest person I think I've ever met.
Oh, sweetie.
You can't cry.
You're so beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm so happy. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
What were your first impressions when you met her? So now that we've wrapped up most of the interviews with the bridesmaids, the next step is to film the bride, our main character, guiding and directing her just like we did with the bridesmaids. So let's continue building our story and capture the bride on camera. And I will be interviewing you, asking questions, but you won't actually be looking in my direction.
Okay.
Hey Siri, turn up the brightness.
Okay, this is as bright.
Thanks, Siri. So you'll actually be looking.
That way?
Can you look at my hand right here? Great. Basically, right here. All right. So, madam, how did you meet Caleb? Look at my hand right here. So when it comes to filming with an iPhone, adjusting your exposure and setting your focus is a technique that you will have to practice if it's your first time filming with an iPhone. Because an iPhone is restricted on setting exposure and focusing, you will have to get in place and set up your shot much sooner than if you were using a mirrorless or a DSLR camera. So what are the benefits of using the Filmic Pro app to create a wedding film? Well, the Filmic Pro app gives you more control over your image. You can manually set your white balance, you can manually set your exposure, and you can manually set your focus. So inside of the Filmic Pro app, you can set exposure separately than your focus. That is why we will practice hurry up and wait.
love you guys. I know that your life is beautiful, and I'm sure you have the most beautiful children running around. I hope Charlie really set that stage for you.
The next thing that we're going to do is film the ceremony where there's going to be a big kiss. This is our climax, and we cannot, absolutely cannot miss that shot. So we're going to practice hurry up and wait. We're going to get in place, frame and compose the shot, expose the shot, make sure all of our audio packs are recording so we will not miss that big kiss moment. So there you have it, guys. We just nailed it. We captured the kiss, the ceremony, the big moment. Before we get into wrapping up this video, we have a giveaway. So if you want to enter in a chance to win $500 in filmmaking gear, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. I will be using a random comment software picker. So as long as you leave a comment down below on this video, you will be picked at random for a chance to win $500 in filmmaking gear. There are lights, there are more lights, there are microphones, there are more microphones, there's gimbals, there are cases, and a full camera bag to hold all of this gear in. So like, comment, and subscribe if you want to enter in a chance to win this filmmaking gear. 3, 2, 1, boom. Okay. Like that. Okay, ready?
Stand straight.
And 3, 2, 1, boom. Let's do it again. If you stuck your tongue out, that's kind of weird. Dang, you stared through the soul of that camera lens. Goodness gracious.
Oh my God, I didn't mean to stop.
It's okay. Boom. I know, so I'm filming a course essentially, because I do YouTube,
She
so
told me about this.
I'm teaching people how to film a wedding, like a professional wedding, with an iPhone. So
Do it before.
filming him do it. And he sips the beer and enjoys the day. So there you have it, guys. We just filmed an entire wedding on an iPhone 13 mini. So this entire video is just a way to show you that yes, you can shoot professionally with an iPhone, but I don't recommend it, and for good reason. The only reason I suggest using an iPhone is to build a portfolio, to learn good filmmaking techniques, and to start generating some capital so you can start investing in professional equipment. Now, by clicking the link in the description, you'll be redirected to the Academy of Visual Storytelling, where we have a myriad of courses to help you improve your skill set as a filmmaker. That's all for me. I'm starting to get really hungry. I have family in town, relatives in town. You guys know that I'm a new dad to a 6-month-old baby who's probably at home right now. So anybody watching this channel knows Christina's probably taking care of him. And oh my gosh, your hearts probably go out to her right now while I'm here filming this wedding. Either way, I love you guys. We just hit 5,000 subscribers, and the sky is the limit here, my friends. We're gonna keep growing this community, growing this channel until our reach is endless, until we can't see past the amount of subscribers that we have now. So thank you so much for your support so far. Everybody who's supported the growth of this channel up until this point, and anybody who is new to this channel, welcome. I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to help expand the growth of this community. But until next time, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next one.